Welcome back to Cafe Verboten. Today is May 20th. This is our second episode. I'm Phil Evans, and this is
Angela Krause. So we had some questions about our last video, like what the heck is Tri-Night?
I think Tri-Night was originated a few years back, probably 6 or 7 years ago, by a small group of folks. Originally it started down at the Nichols Boat Basin, and I think maybe originally it started at Lost Lake. The original local place was in the Nichols Boat Basin, where we would swim a triangle in the boat basin, and then we would jump on the bikes and ride 7 or 8 laps around the industrial district, and then we would run from the transition down around the Nichols Boat Basin out in front of the Hood River Inn to a rock, and then we would run back. And I think that was about a 1.8 mile run.
Oh wow.
That worked fine to start with, but then as the industrial district and the port was growing and businesses moved in, they became much too busy. And so by the end, a couple of years ago, we were dodging dogs and kids and traffic, and it became really dangerous. So one day, when the director and the director's assistant were both gone, we had I was able to convince people that we would move to Rowena for just one night.
Nice.
And it worked out really well. And so the next week, when the directors were both back, they conceded to one more night at Rowena, and then possibly we would move back to the original spot. But it worked out so well that everyone has stayed there since.
We should probably do some introductions on some of the key members of Tri-Night, such as who is this?
Who is this director? He goes by the name Rutger. He is a big Dutch fellow with a Dutch work ethic.
And a panache for neon. Headbands, shorts.
Speedos, really tight Speedos.
And how did he become the director?
That may have in fact been a self-appointed title. I'm not entirely sure. By default, he became the director because he was talking the most.
I see. Yeah, I've noticed that even when we're on a trail run together, I can pick up the pace, and it never stops. He just keeps talking. Oh,
he does stop. There is a pace with which Rutger will stop, and I think
haven't found it yet.
It's really about. He starts about 6:50 to 6:45 pace, and he stops talking so much.
Yes.
Our show's called Cafe Verboten, but we haven't really defined what verboten is.
Ooh, can you define that for me?
Can I define that for you? Well, verboten, I think, is a German word, and it means roughly forbidden. And so it's used, we like to use it when the director, for example, might tell somebody, "Oh, are you crying about Patrick drafting off of you?" Verboten. That is forbidden.
It's forbidden. There's no whining.
Right, there's no whining. So use an example when there's whining. Whining is verboten.
Okay.
Drafting and tries are verboten. Complaining about the distance is verboten. Complaining about the wind or the temperature is verboten.
How about
cheating
jokes about family members?
Jokes about family members?
I heard a really horrible joke yesterday.
Oh God, what was it?
Do you remember that?
Oh, right.
Mr. Frost came up with a very verboten.
Yesterday I heard Mark Frost say this. Rutger, is Anika pregnant? Because you're starting to run like a grandpa. Oh!
Tri-Night, to wrap it up, for those of you who have not yet been, is a very inviting, very family-oriented thing. People just show up with a bag of chips and a beer and cheer everybody on. Other times, people use it to face huge challenges and overcome big obstacles in their life. It's approachable from all levels and at all paces.
It's really an excuse, I think, to drink beer that is prefaced by a swim, a bike, and a run.
Well, we have to say goodbye, but we'll do that in a second.
Okay.
So this concludes our second episode of Cafe Verboten. Hopefully we've answered some questions for you, and we'll see you next week at Rowena on Tuesday night at 6 o'clock.
Sounds good. And next week on Cafe Verboten, we will have a surprise guest.
And that surprise guest will be a surprise for all of us.
Yes, it will.
Hope to see you there.
Surprising.
Thanks for joining us. Bill.
I'm not really a natural smartass like Frost or those guys, so it takes me a while to like figure things out. Like my normal response isn't like quick-witted. Right. I think if you just like I think if you just like ran it the whole time we're chit-chatting, then that would actually be funny.
Now?
Like now, yeah.
You're not
It's running.
Is it really?